Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Voiceover Uche here, and today we're going to be doing an interlocking video. First things first, we're going to need our interlocking tool. I have two with me. That was the first one, and this is a crochet pin. And then you definitely need hair clips. You need a spray bottle because the hair has to be moisturized, and we need an oil. So first we're going to moisturize our hair, get it all moisturized and saturated, and then any stray hairs we're just going to twist them together because we're trying to get our hair locked and we don't want any flyaways. And now with my interlocking tool we're going to jump right into it. So first things first, I'm going to pull my hair into that hole, drag it to the tip, and then try to roll it at the bottom because my hair is tiny and I want it to have a firm hold. From the right side I'm going to bring it out to the left side. From the bottom I'm going to bring it out at the top. From the left side I'm going to bring it out at the right side, and then from the top I'll bring it out at the bottom. So that's my 4-point rotation. Those are the points I follow. I don't know the north, east, west and south thing. I can't give you that, but that's how I follow my own routine. It's pretty clear. I did a 4-point rotation at the back, and then I will just repeat this process till my hair is properly tightened and secured. The clockwise and anti-clockwise still confuse me, but using the description of a clock, I go from 3 to 9, 6 to 12, 9 to 3, 12 to 6. So yes, if you're using the clock method, I don't know if that's clockwise or anti-clockwise, but that is the process that I follow. And so after that, I tried doing with the crochet pin. I use this crochet pin with my normal traditional locks. So yeah, with this one the process still remains the same. It's a 4-point rotation. I wanted to show you how different it was for me using two different type of interlocking tools, which was easier, which took more time. I try not to speed up the first process just so that you have an idea of how long it took me, of how easier or how tough it was. It wasn't necessarily easy for me because it had been a while I last interlocked my hair myself. I have been interlocking for others, but I haven't self-interlocked in a very long time, so it was not an easy one. I kept taking breaks, I kept pausing, my hands hurt, my neck hurts, but we pulled through.
Stressed for so long, so stuck in my own way. So I'ma enjoy this moment. It's the day that the Lord has made.
Now we are finally done with the last 3, and then I'm just going to section out the next set of hair I want to do. Make use of the clip to hold the other hairs in place. My hair is really tiny, so I can't pack it, and it's very important you try to section it out so you avoid, mixing up parts together, even though I still struggle with this a bit because it wasn't necessarily easy. Now I think it's important to also mention that I do not make use of a cutting comb or anything to section my hair. I just make use of my hand to deal with my parts. When I started these locks I didn't follow any grid pattern at all. I did my sectioning with my hand. That's just the process I followed. If you look at it keenly you would see the processes I used. Now it's also very, very important to know that I started with a 4-point rotation, but I did not continue with a 4-point rotation. I was genuinely very delusional when I started with a 4-point rotation. It was so difficult, it was so time consuming. It was not what I expected, and I always started with a 4-point rotation because that's what I'm used to. I have never done a 2-point rotation or a 3-point rotation, but the number of hair, the time it was taking, I just knew that if I did not switch to a 2-point rotation I was going to have a very hard time. So after a while of doing the back 4-point rotation I decided to switch to a 2-point rotation. This would go on later on in the vlog. You would see how it would play out. I just wanted to point that out, but here I was still doing a 4-point rotation and I just sped up the process.
Drop it in the water, let the daughter find an image with the rest. She'll be learning how to breathe, spinning through identity, reveal another pretty little scheme. Save her mind, hold her hand, and don't believe a lie. You understand me. Walk her down the valley, pack a a piece of heaven for the bottoms of her feet. Teach her how to jump and how to stretch when she reach, like the angels do, and you gon' make it through now. Tell about the healer, greater is the one within, and call him as the leader. Teach her how to hold a pretty hand up to the sky, and never wait upon the giver, he'll deliver like a dealer. To take her higher, higher, fly out the valley and the fire. Take her higher, higher, fly up out the valley and the fire. Train her feet for running, show her every door and how the windows let the sun in. Copy out the key and tell her this is for becoming. Even in the fever, baby, cry and get to running. And tell her that you better get your bootstraps up, you're with the army. Ready when the truth act up, nothing can harm me. Yelling from the roof I touch, put up a guard and count to 10. Lions den, speaking with the higher pen. Can't be touched by fire, fast forward to the grown things now. I'm working on them soul things now. Forgiving all your old ways, but it's harder on the cold days. Cold days. Never been a product of a flawless environment. Never acted like I'm higher than you. And I still pray, dear God, won't you send me a break? 'Cause I need to get away, yeah.
Tisumi Oti Remy. This was the third day. I started on February 14th, so today was the 16th. I saw my Valentine's Day doing locks. I do not recommend, but I decided to get the help of my sister because I could not do it anymore. It was a Sunday. I had to go to work on Monday, and my sister preferred a crochet pin, which is kind of understandable, but I would prefer the proper interlocking tool. I think it's easier for someone who is self-retwisting, but anyone works. It just depends on what you want to work with. So the process still remains the same. We do our 2 points, so we go from 3 to 9, 12 to 6. We do that repeatedly, and then she palm rolls any stray hairs, twist it, and that's it. To be a good time to mention that I did not necessarily palm roll my hair as I was interlocking. Yes, my sister did palm roll a bit when she assisted, but I did not palm roll. Reason why the undone ones and the done ones are looking kind of the same when it comes to the length of the hair. Palm rolling it was just making it a tad bit tighter for me, so yes, but going forward I think palm rolling is fine. I would palm roll myself. It helps reduce the frizz, so even though I love the frizz, I'm not mad at it. This is the third day. This is what's left. I've been on this hair since 12. It is now 3:22. I still have this much, and it wasn't even a lot when I started. Oh my god. But I must finish it today because I'm going to work. Ooh, chop. But you know, the hair's coming together. Microlocs is not for the weak.
Eventually,
to the glory of the Lord and to the shame of the devil, we finally finished this hair after 3 days. So this is a tour of how the locks was when I was done. This was taken 5 days after I finished my whole locks. I didn't have the time to do it earlier on, so it's a tad bit not as new as it looked when I was done, but yeah, it was still decent enough. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you in my next one.